If you want to know how an angel would act if it lived amongst humans, watch this video. According to the Akashic Records, if an angel were to be living on Earth today, how would they act and how would they move through the world? What would be their way of life? Please give us a full breakdown.
According to the Akashic Records, when people imagine an angel walking the earth, they often picture something dramatic: radiant wings, supernatural power, constant miracles. But the records describe something quieter. If an angelic consciousness were living in a human body, most people would not recognize them immediately. They would appear human, yet their way of moving through life would carry a very different energetic signature. Let us open the archetype. Score 1, the core nature of an angelic soul. In the Akashic field, angels are described as consciousness organized around service, harmony, and protection of life. If such a being were embodied on Earth, their inner orientation would naturally move toward protecting others, restoring balance, encouraging truth, bringing calm into chaos. They would feel deeply responsible for the well-being of the collective, not because they were forced to, but because it would be their natural state. How they would behave, rather than seeking attention or power, an angelic presence would usually appear humble and grounded. Their behavior might include listening deeply to people, speaking truth gently, helping others quietly, remaining calm in intense situations, avoiding unnecessary conflict. They would often bring peace simply by being present. People might say they feel safe or understood around them. Their way of life. An angelic consciousness would likely live a life centered on service and alignment rather than status. They might be drawn to roles such as healers, teachers, caregivers, counselors, protectors, community builders. Their daily life might appear ordinary, but their intention behind actions would be deeply compassionate. They would often prioritize meaning over recognition. 4, their relationship with power. One of the clearest markers would be how they handle power. Instead of domination, they would use influence to encourage growth, resolve conflict, protect vulnerable people, inspire hope. They would not need others to see them as special. Their satisfaction would come from helping life move toward balance. 5, how they move through conflict. An angelic archetype would not be naive about human darkness, but they would approach conflict with clarity rather than aggression. Their style might include de-escalating tension, encouraging understanding, standing firm when necessary, protecting without cruelty. They would value justice but not revenge. 6, their inner state inside. Such a person would likely carry a strong sense of connection to something larger than themselves. This may appear as deep intuition, quiet spiritual awareness, compassion even for difficult people, a sense of purpose beyond personal gain. They might spend time in reflection, prayer, meditation, or contemplation, not to escape the world, but to stay aligned while serving within it. 7, why they might go unrecognized. The Akashic perspective suggests that true service rarely seeks applause. An angelic presence might appear as the nurse who treats everyone with dignity, the teacher who sees potential in struggling students, the stranger who helps when no one else does, the friend who listens without judgment. Their influence would spread through small acts of goodness repeated over time. Final Akashic insight. If an angel were living on Earth today, they would likely not stand apart from humanity. Instead, they would walk among people quietly, expressing their nature through compassion, courage, integrity, service. Their power would not come from supernatural display, but from the way their presence uplifts the world around them. In many spiritual traditions, the deeper teaching is that the potential for this kind of consciousness exists within human beings themselves. The more a person embodies kindness, truth, and service, the closer they move to that archetype.
I think what I love most about what was shared is the fact that all of those qualities can be shown by us and reflected by us today. We don't have to necessarily have some type of supernatural awakening to be able to be kind, to be compassionate. And as it said, these are all available to humanity. So whether it's the teachings of Christ, the teachings of Buddha, or any other spiritual master, it is about us moving to a space where our heart can be open. And then our natural state will become angelic. I love that. If that was helpful to you, please go ahead and share it with somebody. And if you're looking for Reiki sessions, whether it be local or remote, go ahead and send me a DM
Cause I'm
as
walking
well for
my dirt
readings, etc. And
everywhere.
if you're looking for
I think it
consultations
should
or
be
my spiritual
cool.
courses, hit the
Or
link.
maybe I'll
Much
do
love.
it later.
Peace.
To be honest, I haven't I haven't been feeling that great. Um this is another pumpkin plant. I haven't been feeling that great since my son been in that place. Um this another lemon tree right there. They be having thorns on them, so you gotta watch it. And this I haven't been feeling that great since my son been in that place, so I haven't really been making videos a whole lot. You know, you gotta keep going through tough times. These are a bunch of watermelons that I have planted, and they need to be. Um, there's some flowers in here too. I planted some flowers in here because I didn't even realize that I had put watermelon seeds in there, but I did. And so when I put the watermelon seeds in there, it was it was a long time ago, but they didn't start sprouting until I put the dirt in there for these flowers. It's like some iris, some English iris or something like that. And these are onions. I actually been cutting those and eating them. And that's my flower that I told y'all to. Oh, this is my elephant ear. This is my elephant ear that I told y'all. It was so small at first, but now it's growing back. And these are a bunch of weeds. I didn't know what. I don't know. Maybe they might be kale. I have no clue. But look at how they grown. Because I thought they was like some collard greens. Because these are actually collard greens. And I thought these was collard greens too. But I'm starting to think that they just kale. I mean, I'm starting to think that they just weeds, not kale. It would be nice if they are kale. That's a papaya tree. But I think it's this. I think it's just weed. That's a lemon tree right there. That's a weed. And these are some of the flowers that's growing on the pumpkins. And this is a pepper plant that's growing really good. So I just wanted to give y'all an update on what everything is doing. That's another papaya tree. Oh, this my little baby that I showed y'all kept growing through the winter. It's supposed to be an annual plant, but it is kept on growing through the winter, and it's growing so good and so pretty now. And this is another pumpkin, and that is just this is another pumpkin that I just threw in there because my daughter had bought those, and um I didn't want I don't want to throw them away. So I just put them in there and the seeds gonna just grow. And this is actually a pineapple plant. And it started out this small. It started out small like that, but now it's big like this. And this is an orange tree. This my little fern that I showed y'all was so tiny, tiny, tiny at first. It was super tiny. but now it's growing big. And these are some, I think this is